Oh, hi everyone, I'm Jacqueline Shin, and when The Disaster Artist won at the Golden Globes, you probably saw this strange-looking guy come up on stage with James Franco. This is Tommy Wiseau, the man behind the cult classic The Room, which inspired The Disaster Artist. So who exactly is this guy? Wiseau is notoriously known for being extremely secretive about everything in his life, and we're going to be diving into who exactly Tommy Wiseau is and some theories on his origins. But first, here's a quick recap on what The Room is. The Room is a movie entirely funded by Tommy Wiseau himself. He also directed, wrote, and starred in the film, and enlisted the help from his best friend Greg Sestero to make it. The Room is terrible, but somehow garnered a huge cult following because of how bad it is. This inspired Sestero to write a book about his experiences shooting The Room called The Disaster Artist, which led to Franco's movie and his Golden Globe win. So that brings us back to Tommy Wiseau. Who is this peculiar sunglasses indoors and chain belt wearing man that Franco is portraying? Here are some theories that we found on the man behind The Room. Theory number 1. Tommy Wiseau is from Poland, but doesn't want us to know that for some reason. Wiseau finally confirmed for the first time that he's originally from Europe, but grew up in New Orleans. Before this, Wiseau would contradict himself and assert that he was born in France, then moved to Chalmette, Louisiana with his family at a young age. However, findings from filmmaker Rick Harper suggest otherwise. Harper, who made the documentary Room Full of Spoons, researched and found that Wiseau was born in Poznan, Poland, which makes sense given Wiseau's accent. Sestero was also able to obtain Wiseau's immigration papers through his brother's girlfriend, which stated he was born in an Eastern Bloc country. These immigration papers lead us into our second theory. Tommy Wiseau is a lot older than he claims. Based on these immigration papers, Wiseau's birthday is October 3rd, 1955, making him 62 as of this recording and 48 when The Room first came out. However, Wiseau always suggested that he was born in the late 1960s, and when Sestero first met Wiseau, Wiseau would assert that they were the same age. Wiseau is known for his intense self-care routines, from regularly dyeing his hair black to working out constantly in order to keep his age a mystery. Now, why might Wiseau want to keep his age a secret? Well, that brings us to our third theory. Tommy Wiseau is a vampire. Now, before you start laughing, just think about it. Wiseau is infamously known for making a lot of vampire jokes, and even considered making his character in The Room a vampire.
And also, maybe Johnny is vampire. We'll see.
In fact, Sestero mentions in his book that he had to talk Wiseau out of including an extended version of the Chris R scene, in which Wiseau's character rides a flying car and exposes that he's a vampire. Now, vampires stay the same age forever, and Wiseau hasn't physically changed much from when The Room first came out in 2003, and he has never once confirmed his real age. On top of that, why do you think Wiseau is always wearing sunglasses? Because vampires hate the sunlight. And Wiseau is very pale, just like typical vampires. Aside from this wacky vampire idea, there is another theory explaining Wiseau's origins. Tommy Wiseau is D.B. Cooper. In the early 70s, a man named D.B. Cooper hijacked a plane and held it for ransom for what is equivalent to $1.2 million today. After getting the money, he parachuted off the plane mid-flight and was never seen again. Cooper's real age and name are unknown, just like Tommy Wiseau, and in the FBI drawing of Cooper, he's wearing sunglasses with short black hair. You know who else wears sunglasses? Tommy Wiseau. Could Wiseau be keeping his hair long in order to avoid suspicion that he's secretly D.B. Cooper? Now, I know what you're gonna say. If Wiseau's birth year is 1955, then he would have been only 16 when Cooper hijacked the plane. So yeah, even though there are some timeline issues, I still really like this theory. Moving along, let's talk about our fifth theory. Tommy Wiseau's surname is WIECZOR. Contrary to popular belief, Tommy Wiseau actually isn't his real name. When Wiseau moved to San Francisco after living in Louisiana, he held a job as a street vendor selling toys. Wiseau sold bird toys and got the nickname the Birdman, which led to him legally changing his name to Thomas Pierre Wiseau. He derived Wiseau from the French word for bird, ouiseau, and changed the O to a W based on his birth name. So then what's Wiseau's birth name? According to Reddit user O'Bymark, an obvious fan of The Room, who did research on Wiseau's Louisiana relatives, his surname is likely WIECZOR. This was found based on Wiseau's aunt and uncle's obituaries, with their first names given in Sestero's book, and their services held in, get this, Chalmette, Louisiana. Bingo! So this surname has never been confirmed, but the proof for it certainly adds up. Up next is theory number 6. Tommy Wiseau is actually a brilliant businessman. Although Wiseau supposedly went to Laney College to study psychology, ironically, he clearly doesn't use that degree to earn money. So then how did Wiseau afford the $6 million to produce The Room? While in the San Francisco Bay Area, Wiseau worked a bunch of different jobs, like as a restaurant busboy and at a hospital. Most notably, Wiseau ran his own business called Street Fashions USA, where he sold discounted jeans.
Be who you want to be in Levi's jeans from Street Fashions. To be or not to be?
Wiseau apparently made his wealth through Street Fashions USA, as well as selling Korean imported leather jackets. Hey, go Korea. However, a lot of people find this hard to believe, given the types of jobs Wiseau previously had. That brings us to Tommy Wiseau is involved in organized crime. A lot of The Room's crew members think that the film was actually part of a money laundering scheme for organized crime. Some speculate Wiseau was either involved in drug dealing or got tied up with criminals and owed them money. It's kind of similar to Denny and Chris R from The Room.
I'm gonna ask you again, Denny. Where's my money?
I bought some drugs off of him. Things got mixed up. I didn't mean for this to happen.
We're not afraid of you anymore, real life Chris R, whoever you are. Whether this is true or not is up in the air, but I love to just imagine Wiseau as Henry Hill in Goodfellas. As far back as I can remember, I always want to be gangster. Now let's move on. The Room is semi-autobiographical. Sestero has said that The Room is actually semi-autobiographical on Wiseau's account. Apparently, the character Lisa is based on a woman that Wiseau previously proposed to with a $1,500 diamond ring. However, she betrayed him multiple times, leading to their breakup. Perhaps Wiseau stays such an enigma because he has trust issues based on his past relationships. Additionally, maybe Wiseau hides his European descent because of his experiences as a young adult. According to Sestero's book, Wiseau lived in Strasbourg, France for some time, where he went by the name Pierre. There, Wiseau was wrongfully arrested after a drug raid and was traumatized from his experience with the French police. This led to him immigrating to Louisiana and could explain why he embodies such a strong Americanized personality. Now let's move on to our final theory. Tommy Wiseau is secretly a comedic genius, and this is all an act. This theory is pretty divisive, but some people believe that Wiseau is actually not as eccentric as he seems to be, and that his quirky mannerisms are all an act. Perhaps Wiseau is secretly a comedic genius who knows exactly what he's doing. Maybe he knew all along that The Room would be a comedy with the illusion that it was made as a really bad drama. This theory is hard to believe because that would mean either Sestero is in on the joke or Wiseau is just 5 steps ahead of him and the whole world, thus leaving all of us clueless. Regardless on who the hell Tommy Wiseau is, at the end of the day, his story is about pursuing your dreams no matter how much rejection you face and succeeding in unexpected ways. Despite all of his peculiar ways, I think he's a good all-American guy who means well. In fact, Wiseau said that had he been given the opportunity to speak on stage at the Golden Globes, he would have said, if a lot of people love each other, the world will be a better place to live. What a nice sentiment, Tommy. I agree. So now a question for you guys. Do you think Tommy Wiseau is involved with organized crime? Let us know what you think down in the comments below, or tweet them to me at shinjanaytor. Be sure to also give this video a like and subscribe to me here for more movie-related content and gaming videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. See ya.